The new year has brought a lot of articles analyzing Elon Musk's troubles with his acquisition of Twitter. The headline number, that Twitter is now worth 70% less than the $44 billion Elon paid for it, is of indisputable significance. It puts the value of Twitter at roughly the amount of LBO loans that were used to fund the acquisition, rather. This led some commenters to speculate that Twitter will enter bankruptcy. But chances are that's far too simplistic. Elon has co-investors. As equity investors, they are the second priority after Twitter's creditors. And Twitter's creditors come after any settlement Twitter might have to enter into, with former employees who are suing to get the Twitter to pay them the severance according to their employment contracts. There are also reasons to take Elon's claims that he's not in it for the money seriously. In part, it's obvious he's in it for the ego, and that is worth a lot to him. Remember, the reason that he paid $44 billion for Twitter was that he saw that he would lose the litigation where Twitter was trying to force him to close the deal. He spent nearly a year trash-talking Twitter to try and get out of that deal. In other words, there's no precedent of Elon making rational decisions regarding Twitter, so why start now? My prediction is that Elon will use various funding mechanisms, like loaning his own money to Twitter to continue to make interest payments on the LBO loans and to keep Twitter running. Twitter's employment contract liability will probably go to trial in 2024. Why would Elon use loans instead of selling shares of Twitter to his co-investors? That's because a funding round that sells shares in Twitter would dilute his position in Twitter and reify the valuation that investors and lenders have put on Twitter. It may be hard to imagine that individual investors like Marc Andreessen, Larry Ellison, and a Saudi prince, among others, that have put up a total of about $6 billion for a trophy investment that's now worth 70% less. They don't want to look like chumps. Putting Twitter through bankruptcy would seem like a rational option, but the chance that Musk could lose control of Twitter in bankruptcy is a pill he will not swallow. On top of the difficulty dealing with LBO lenders and tech bros along for a cool adventure, there are several lawsuits regarding employment contracts and severance. Reportedly, the biggest one is about $500 million in severance, but there are also discrimination suits and various breach of contract actions. Landlords, cleaning companies, cloud service providers are also dunning Twitter. When Twitter fleetingly seemed to be worth $44 billion, $500 million in severance seemed relatively insignificant, but it all looms much larger over a much smaller Twitter. I'm not in it for the schadenfreude, though it is pretty delicious. And in breaking news, both Tim Pool and CatTurd have canceled their Cybertruck orders. If you don't know who those people are, consider yourself lucky. Don't Google it. It's a gift from the universe that you don't know them.